Do you ever feel comfortable? I mean, can you get a job? Can you walk down the street? Are you judged? What is it like?
Our life is still a struggle. We got some reason probably will be homeless. And probably have to be staying in a shelter. Our life is different from somebody that got out of parole. When the person has done the time and he gets released from prison on parole, he gets supervised. He goes to a halfway house. The parole officer will try to give him a job. When I got out, they gave me $100, a pair of pants, and a t-shirt, and they never apologized to me. No psychological help. We all suffer from post-traumatic distress. Maybe some of us don't know it, but we do have post-traumatic distress. Some of us don't have no job. Some of us, without naming names, have become alcoholics. Have become drug addicts. Some of us even have committed suicide after we've been out. So it's a struggle for us. But our main thing, our main goal, all the Senators that I know, our main goal is to abolish the death penalty. We don't want nobody to happen what happened to us. We don't want nobody else to go through the same pain. So we work to abolish the death penalty.
Well said, Randy. Well said.
Were any of you maybe for the death penalty before any of this happened to you, and this dramatically changed your views? Because maybe that's the difference. Supporters of the death penalty haven't gone through
Like
it.
most people, the death penalty never touches them. Before my wrongful conviction, I didn't care about death penalty. I didn't care one way or the other. I figured it's what the government does. If you kill somebody, well then they kill you, and there's nothing I can do about it. I don't know anybody killed anybody. I'm not planning to kill anybody. Why should I even ponder the subject? Like, who was it? Thurgood Marshall said, the average person, the average voter today, doesn't have the information that is key, that is crucial to understanding the death penalty. And he goes on to say, if they ever did, there's no way they would stand for it. And this is what we find. We find apathy. We find people just are not touched by it. It never touches their life, so they don't know anything about it. And they think, oh, well, it's good, and it's a status quo. And that's part of the problem with maintaining the death penalty. As long as people don't get up and do something about it, as long as they sit on their hands, as long as they don't vote. Some people don't even vote. When you don't vote, you render yourself politically non-existent. You don't count. When people do this, they think that nobody's complaining about what they're doing. It must be fine. So it goes on and on.
We got an abolition in Mexico. But it was the work of the young ones. It was a 12-year struggle, building bases, grassroots work. And believe me, you young ones are the ones that done it. I remember speaking to thousands and thousands of kids that I saw in high schools, then I saw in university. And then the governor, Honorable Bill Richardson, he made his own pool. He wanted to know how many people is in favor of the death penalty, how many people it ain't. And you know who called the governor? The kids, all them young kids that I talked years before. They are all calling the governor. We don't want the death penalty. Get it abolished. It was a big struggle, but I have a person that can tell you more about how it was done, and hope it can help Texas do the same. Come on, Ms. Julie Caruso. She hates the death penalty more than I do.
Yeah, actually, I want to say a few little words. But I did want to point out that today is the first anniversary of the abolition of the death penalty in New Mexico. This time last year, the land of enchantment became the land of enlightenment. And there is no reason why the state of Texas cannot also become the land of enlightenment. And people are beginning to wake up in this state. We have judges who are beginning to wake up in this state. Everybody is starting to become way more aware of what is happening. We have so many exonerees sitting behind me today who would not be alive today if they had been on death Texas, Texas has 11 exonerations. Out of the 139, Texas has 11 exonerations. How many more exonerations would Texas have had if they had a longer process? If they had a better system for figuring out who's innocent and who's guilty? Texas has executed more innocent people than we could possibly imagine. It's time to end this madness. All of us need to raise our voices, talk to our legislators, write to the newspapers, and let them know what's going on here. People do not want to kill innocent people, and it's happening in Texas over and over again. So raise your voices, let your legislators know that you do not support killing in Texas. Thank you very much.